You know what, chat? This is going to be a YouTube video. This is valuable. The people must see. I'm going to edit this so it is digestible. Let's see. Then his down forward 2. This is probably the biggest one. Since it was a mid-homing attack that came out quickly when done in an advantageous situation, it was able to curb most of opponents' actions. It really was. Like, has good range, 16 frames target, quite fast. Homing, yeah, it's so good. Incredibly safe. It was so good, so it still is good. In order to give enough return to the opponent who successfully guessed Steve will do this attack, we remove its homing attack ability and made it weak to sidestep. You gotta remember that Steve players, they don't just do down forward 2. They do down forward 2 into duck cancel to make it safer, more plus on hits. You see, it goes from +6, just down forward 2, to +15. Same way on block, it becomes way more safe. It's actually better to step it to the right. There we go. It's actually easier to step to the right, which is something we need to lab. It didn't say punish, but that is a punish because I have him canceling his duck and then going into a block as fast as possible. Oh! Ah! Oh, hold on, I needed to test something. Nice. Nice. Nice! Okay, the synapses are going off. One of Feng's powerful traits is the sidestep forward. So evasive, supposed to high crush, low sweep at close range or on counter hit, it will launch you. The thing is, Steve's down forward 2 just destroyed that. It's homing and blah blah blah. It just destroyed it, but now it doesn't home anymore. So, sidestep 4, I just tested it. It beats Steve's down forward 2, but here's the fucked up thing. For some reason, back 1 clips Feng's sidestep 4. So I want to see how these interact in tandem. So, first we have Steve's down forward 2 here. Yeah, we just fuck him up clean. We just fuck him up. Let's see. And then what about back 1? Back 1 has hit me out of sidestep 4 in the past. Yep. 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 Let's check about this. Because what if you do sidestep right, duck, and then a while standing launcher? Because the duck will also beat the back 1. Let's see. Because right now I just have Steve doing back 1 wrong, but Steve never does that. Steve always goes back 1 into flicker to make it more safe. So let's lab that real quick. No, Steve has had this coming for a long while. Because here's the thing, guys. Here's the thing. Steve, obviously, calling him a 2-button character is, you know, that's kind of like being a bit petty. But really, back 1 and down forward 2, those 2 moves alone shut down so much. So as a Steve player, that's how you optimally play him. You really rely on back 1 and down forward 2. But now, you know, Steve has like so many more options. He has like sways, blah blah blah, other buttons. So now Steve is actually way more interesting to play because he actually to beat you. Because right now what I'm labbing with Feng is sidestep right, duck, launch. And that beats both, I think, down forward 2 and back 1. I'm testing back 1 still. So now Steve needs to do something else to catch that, you know? So, anyway, so Steve is just a lot more interesting to play now. Because everyone hates, you know, so many people are like, oh, weaknesses, but weaknesses are so important in defining a character's playstyle just as much as their strengths. Oh! Oh, we still have frame drops. We still have frame drops, boys. We still have frame drops. Oh my god, okay. There we go, that beats it. But let's see. Is my sidestep enough to avoid down forward 2? Okay. Just doing a sidestep right hop kick is quite easy to time to punish down forward 2. But if you do the sidestep right duck, that eats up a few frames, and then while standing 3 for the launcher, so it's pretty tight, but I think you can beat both. I think that works, right guys? I think that works. At least if he's +1 with a jab. Obviously, let's see. Let's get hit by down forward 1. Down forward 1's +5. Will this still work? Oh. Trying to do a sidestep into a duck, okay. It's a bit harder. Because you have less frames to work with. Yeah. Because now I need to make my sidestep very short. But it might be too short where I won't avoid down forward 2 anymore. So we'll see. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I need it. I blocked it. I blocked the down forward 1. Okay. It's quite a bit tighter. It's quite a bit tighter. It needs to be a tiny sidestep. Let's just isolate down forward 2, because that's what I'm worried about. With a tiny sidestep. Okay. That was a pretty sizable sidestep. So, you guys see what I'm doing here, right? A sidestep right, duck, it can beat back 1 and down forward 2. Depending on how many frames you have to play with. You know? Oh, hold on. Does this mean I can get while standing 1 into up forward 2 without getting counter hit now? While standing 1 into up forward 2. Let's try that out. Let's try that out. While standing 1 into up forward 2. I hope so, Master Spreader. Yeah, up forward 2 should eat that up, so... And we'll just have him block right after. Okay. So. Oh, okay. Oh. Oh. Who recovers first, though? Like, who has the advantage? Who has the advantage? Okay. It looks like Steve has the advantage. Just because down forward 2... Oh, hold on. Steve players would never just do down forward 2. They would do down forward 2, forward 3. Let's see how that changes things. Okay. Yeah, okay. Okay. So you're just gonna be in a weird situation. Yeah. Beats back 1. Good shit, J-Boy. Okay. So, up forward 2 circumvents... It doesn't hit Steve down forward 2. right? Yeah, it doesn't hit Steve's down forward 2. But it hits Steve's back 1. What about, like, if Steve... Because Steve's more than back 1 and down forward 2, surprisingly enough. What if he does a down forward 1? Yeah. What about down forward 1-1? No. Yeah. What if he happens to do the low? Which got nerfed as well. Yep. Feng shits on Steve. 9-1 matchup confirmed. Cool. Cool. Alright. Alright. Yeah, I agree. You guys remember that poll I put up, guys? Or just, it's common conversation. It's like, is Feng advantageous against Steve? And I actually was of the opinion of no. I think Feng suffered less than other people against Steve, but Steve still just fundamentally was just a better character, and that was just better than whatever niche things Feng could do against him. But now, down forward 2 is the big thing why I thought Feng wasn't better than, you know, it wasn't a favorite matchup for Steve. I might actually now believe that Feng is just straight up favored against Steve. So, Steve down 1, very common low, high crushes, 12 damage, you know, whatever. Used to be neutral on hits. And of course Steve has his wild man while standing, or he can just do one of those. Just sway. Don't do sway into button. Okay. Okay. Just sway. And then block. Obviously beats down forward 1. What about jab? Yep. What about back 1? Yeah. Okay. Damn, Feng top tier? Feng top tier? Because Feng does well against Falkenrum as well, but he gets eaten up at Julia. Never mind. He gets eaten up at Double Jin. Never mind, chat. Never mind. Feng's trash. There we go. Yeah, back 1 just... He can't block in time, man. If he sways the other way, I don't know, like, if that, like, recovers faster. We'll see. It stops all of his buttons. Obviously, he can just do sidestep block. He could just do a simple sidestep block, but... Yeah, obviously he can do that. He can just block. But every button option gets beat. Sways. So this is good. So obviously the mind game is, you know, if Steve is smart, which most of them are not, he's gonna anticipate your back 4, because back 4 is Feng's safest option, shuts down the most. And he's just gonna sidestep block. Then it's Steve's turn. But if he's gonna sidestep block, Feng has more frame advantage and he can do something else. What if Steve sidesteps then sways? Will back 4 still hit? Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Shuts down all button options. Can he backdash and make back 4 whiff? Maybe. No? What about max range? Like a max range down 1. Maybe a max range you can. Yeah. Oh, hold on. All those other options. Back 4 might not work at range. Yeah, catches that. Catches that. Any movement option, and here he's throwing out buttons, so... whatever. Yeah, buttons will still get beat. So, what do we learn, chat? Sidestep right, duck, with Feng will beat Steve's back 1 and down forward 2. Not 100%. It depends on how much frame advantage Steve has. When Steve hits you with down forward 1, he's at +5. That sidestep right duck is already very hard to do, to get the right timing where you avoid both. So of course your mileage varies on the frame situation, but that is a powerful option. We're down 1, Steve's down 1, now just getting Nerfed to be -2. Any button he presses, Feng's back 4 will beat. Any sway option gets beat. The best thing, he can backdash if it's a max range Steve back 1. And yeah, it's kind of like the big stuff. You know, just back 4 really just stops a lot of him. So you just have to pay attention to how shallow he hits you with the down 1. But again, most Steve players are absolutely brainless, so, you know, no offense, Steve players, if you're watching, but, you know, if you're one of those that is not, DM me, and we'll be friends. There we go.